You already know it's your boy, the Maniac, out here, American Dream on New Jersey. No, beautiful, beautiful mall, huge ass mall. Got theme parks in here and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting people just chill in my Tesla right there. It's all good. I just pooped up in it in the mall. It's nothing. Let them enjoy my Tesla. You know, that's how the Maniac do. But as usual, I'm not here to tell you about this mall, about that Tesla. It's not mine. I'm here to talk boxing. And man, oh man. But before I do, you already know why I'm repping. That Four Corners boxing, baby. And the Boxing Round Table. Make sure you go, like, share, subscribe to both channels. Now with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tonight, it goes down in Saudi Arabia. We get the return of the face of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He used to be the undisputed champion at 168, but he's going for it again for the second time when he faces Cuba's William Scull. Now look, man, William Scull fights out of Germany, but he's Cuban. I'm gonna tell you about this fight. On paper, we know what it should be. What it should be, right? Just like last night, Rolly versus Ryan. On paper, this is a knockout for Ryan. I was the first one, and many felt the same way. But it didn't go as planned. Does this fight, this main event, doesn't go as scripted? Because we know what lies ahead for Canelo, a mega fight with Crawford. A fight that I'm not excited about. Many are, but I'm not. But nonetheless, it's a big money fight. I'm going to say this, guys. Breaking the fight down. William Scull. He's not these new age Cubans where they killers now. They like to fight on that front foot. They on attack mode, but can still box. William Scull, he's still the old school Cuban. He like to box on his back foot. But he'll come forward on the front foot and try to shake. The problem is he doesn't have power. He's not a big puncher like the Robicis, like the Morels. So what I'll say is this. Scull is a big dude. He's the taller fighter. He has a decent jab, and he can box. That's all he needs to do. Box, box, box. Because anyone who watches boxing, and what's been one of Canelo's biggest kryptonites, in all the fights, whether he lost or we felt he lost, a jab, a jab, a jab. Lara arguably won that fight, was cooking with the jab. Trout, many felt even being dropped, that should have been a draw. The jab. Floyd outboxed his ears off. Main thing was the jab. Bevo, the jab. Golovkin, the first fight, the jab. There you go, bro. It's right there. If he could use that jab, use his height, use that distance, because Canelo has cement feet, then he can make it interesting. Now, skill for skill, he's not there with a Canelo. He's not experienced like Canelo. So, of course, you got to favor Canelo. Now, Canelo to win this fight, if that's the way Scull is going to fight, then Canelo's going to have to attack the body early. Right? Go up top, change levels. Change levels. Fake up top, stab jab. Stab jab. And once you start going to the body, those fighters, they lose them legs, man. Oh yeah, you put a hole in them tires, you put a slow leak, they start slowing down. Then in the later rounds, Canelo could just come in for the kill. Regardless, I'm gonna pick Canelo by decision. It might be an ugly fight. One of them fights that people are not going to be happy with. But we'll see. It's boxing. To say Scull has a 0 chance, I'm not saying that. You always have a chance in boxing. And Scull has a chance. I don't think he wins. Should be interesting. Canelo making his debut over in Riyadh season in Saudi. I'm going Canelo by decision. And that'll make him 2-time undisputed champion at 168. Also on that card, we have the rematch of Jaime Munguia versus Bruno sarace. the Frenchman who he put him to sleep, man. He put Munguia to sleep in his hometown in Mexico. That was an ugly loss for Munguia. By a fighter who can't even punch. That's crazy. But I'll say this. If Munguia had an off night, if Munguia wasn't right in the head for that fight, if Munguia didn't have a good training camp for that fight, then you know what? Tonight, you go in there and you cook sarace. If he does it, if he loses again, even if it's by decision, then Munguia, man, you're on your way to gatekeeper. On your way to gatekeeper status. But you know what? I'm going with the Mexican in this fight. I think he gets it done, and by decision. Hopefully he could get the stoppage, but I'm going Munguia by decision. But this should be an interesting fight. And also, last but not least, the third fight on that card that I'm very interested in is holy moly Bakole. Martin Bakole, he's coming back after getting stopped by Joseph Parker when he became a late replacement. Many felt Bakole was just going to go in there and cook Joseph Parker. No, you don't do that. You just don't come off the couch in 3-4 days and beat a world-class fighter. Not in boxing, bro. That's not going to happen. But now Bakole has a full-fledged training camp. He's ready, and I think he wants to make a statement, and I think he will make a statement when he takes on Nigeria's F.A. Ajagba. Ajagba only one loss. That came to the Cuban heavyweight, Frank Sanchez, I believe. And the decision, I think I got Bakole by homicide, man. Bakole is angry, and you don't want him to be angry, man. He's that gorilla that you say 100 men versus one gorilla. A Bakole at 100% is that gorilla that you don't want no smoke with. Bakole goes in there, take care of business like he's supposed to. I truly expect him to get into world title contention at heavyweight, because the heavyweight division is full of a lot of good fights. So we'll see what happens. I got Bakole by stoppage, and also you got the return of my man Badu Jack, WBC's cruiserweight champion. He's fighting an Armenian fighter that I don't know nothing about. Cruiserweight is kind of like the lost division that no one speaks about, but there is talent there. There is a lot of talent at cruiserweight. So it's going to be interesting. Going down, Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Sheikh does it again. It's your boy, the Maniac, reporting from American Dream Mall, and I'm out. One.